again to the McGill Graduate Law Students Association and to the McGill Graduate Program in Law and the Law Foundation of Ontario for their very generous support. And thank you to Professor Moore and Kevin Walby, who has just successfully defended his dissertation. Dr. Kevin. So it's really fresh in his mind. And Don and Kevin are going to talk to us about some of the things, actually, that we were talking about just a few minutes ago, about the latter stages of the professionalization process and job hunting. And I would hope that they would each talk for a little bit, and then we'll ask some of our questions, both the old ones that we didn't get a chance to get to in the last session, and any new ones. So take it away, Dawn. Thank you.
Thanks, Mary and Suzanne for organizing this. It's great to be back in Montreal. Could we just start really quickly? I just want to get a sense of who is in the room and what your aspirations are after leaving whatever educational experience you're having right now. So could we maybe just start with you and just go around really quickly?
Well, my name is McGill. Right now I'm doing my LLM at Boston.
Okay. And what do you want to do after LLM?
Well, actually, by profession I'm a teacher and I want to continue this profession.
Okay. In the university? Yes. Okay.
My name is Robert Rousseau. I'm a PhD candidate at UBC. My post-PhDs are probably a bit different from most here in that I don't see necessarily a 10 academic career because I work for the government. So what I'd like to do is take my PhD and use it in that capacity, maybe, or some capacity related to it.
My name is Karen Foley. I'm a doctoral student here at McGill, working with the chair in law and discourse. So I do like cultural study of law, and I want to teach in a law school, but do all the fun courses.
My name is Bigby Treerise. I'm an LLM candidate at UBC, and professionally I'm a mediator. So I'm not looking for a full-time academic thing, but I'm interested in doing some teaching. So I don't really have aspirations as much as I have curiosity.
I'm Esther, doing my master's at the University of Guelph in criminology and criminal justice policy. And after finishing, I see myself working first in the field, hopefully. But I'd like to keep, teaching open and office. Something I guess in my mind that would be an awesome profession, but down the line.
My name is Anna Herkman. I'm a DCL candidate here at McGill in International Refugee Law and Human Rights Law, and I'd like to work at Carleton.
I don't have dinner plans for tonight.
My name's Jane. I'm a first-year doctoral student here at McGill. Well, academic position is definitely down the road, but maybe not the only option, because I'm also interested in diplomacy, so maybe working for the government or even international organizations. Yeah.
My name is Hanru Zhu. I'm a PhD student in constitutional law, and I'm interested in academic career.
My name is Enrico Mercer. I'm LLG candidate at Université of Montreal, and I like to work in a think tank doing research.
My name is Amanda Nealand. I'm an MA student at St. Mary's, but I will hopefully be wrapping up my thesis in a couple of months because I'm lined up to start my PhD at U of M, Manitoba, in September. And yeah, I will stay.
I'm Sarah. I'm a PhD student at the Faculty of Law, University of Alberta, and I'm kind of thinking about an academic career. I'm just not entirely convinced sometimes.
I'm not convinced either, so we could talk about that later too.
I'm Katerina Andreevich. I'm doing my MA at Carlton in the legal studies program, and I'm the same as you. Possibly pursuing an academic career, but.
My name is Joshua. I'm also doing an MA at Carleton in legal studies, and I think I want to do a PhD because I don't know what to do outside of school.
My name is Cyrus. I'm a PhD student at Osgood. I would like to be a professor in legal philosophy.
Wow. All right.
Hi, I'm Devyani. I'm doing my PhD in sociology at New York University. Before that, I was a lawyer, and I definitely want to teach.
I'm Vandalus. I'm doing my PhD in sociology at the University of Alberta, and I'm hoping to
My name is Julie Gregory. I'm a PhD candidate at Queen's in sociology, and I'm interested in acting and also interested in finding out about postdoc opportunities.
I'm Sama, and I'm entering my 6th and final year of a PhD in Canadian Studies at Carleton, and I would also like to have a career in academia, teaching and writing, and I guess administrative stuff comes with that too.
Yeah, administrative stuff. Okay, well, that gives me a sense. I don't know that between Kevin and myself we'll be able to speak to all the aspirations in the room, but just to give you a sense of me, and then Kevin can give you a sense of him. I've been on faculty in the Department of Law, which is a legal studies program at Carleton University for 6 years. I came out of the Center of Criminology at UT. I've never actually learned anything formally about law at all, even though I teach first year law, which is sort of ironic, but also I think quite right in a certain just sense of the word. And I have now served on 7 hiring committees at Carleton. One of them successfully hired Ummni. So I have a fair sense of how that kind of academic hiring process works. I'm also currently supervising a postdoc student right now, as well as, here comes the plug, I'm on the board of the Canadian Bond Society Association, and an auspicious publication which you should consider submitting articles to. And I am a member of the executive of the Canadian Law and Society Association, which you should all join if you're not already members. Done my public service announcements.
My name is Kevin Walby, and I just defended my dissertation in sociology and anthropology at Carleton University. And I'm starting a short postdoctoral fellowship at the Center of Criminology at the University of Toronto in September. And I'm one of the people who works on the Journal of Prisoners on Prisons, which is a journal published out of University of Ottawa Press, and it's all prisoner writing. So that's another little plug.
Yes. So what Kevin and I thought we would do is we'd talk about the academic hiring process first, and I think it probably just makes most sense to walk you through it so that it's a bit demystified, because I think, at least for me, when I was on your side of that process, it felt like this big, scary black box that possibly monsters lived in. And so having somebody walk me through it at that time was really helpful to anticipate what was going to happen. And then, we can talk about other approaches, including contract teaching positions and postdocs. And I'll say right off the bat that even though I went from an ABD to a job where I was desperately trying to finish my dissertation while starting a tenure track job, which is the worst possible choice you can make in your life. The life course that I would advocate if you're interested in an academic career or even in a research career is the route that Kevin is taking, which is to take the postdoc pause if you can get it. And Kevin will talk to you about why he's made such a brilliant decision. I can tell you why I made such a bad decision. Just briefly, I got my job at Carleton in 2003. I didn't finish my dissertation for a year and a half later. When I got the call from Carleton to say that I was shortlisted for the job, I hadn't actually written a chapter of my thesis yet. I could say that now because I have tenure and promotion, so there's nothing they can do about it. But I literally went into my supervisor's office and said, I have to give a job talk in 3 weeks. I need a chapter, apparently, to talk about. And it was not an ideal situation. It was probably too soon for me to be on the job market, given where I was in terms of my dissertation process. But the exception and the reason why I went the route I did, as stupid as it seems in hindsight, is because it was the dream job for me. And I'm going to assume that because you're here at Law and Society and you're not in sort of strictly defined disciplinary meetings, that what's brought you here is that your own scholarship makes you a bit of a misfit in an intellectual sense, right? You don't necessarily quite fit comfortably in a law